Right, I'm going to show you how to quickly edit video using iMovie. So when you log onto the Mac, you'll first want to go up to this little magnifying glass in the top corner here and type in iMovie. And the reason I want you to do it this way is because, as you can see, there's two different versions of iMovie. So there's the updated new one, which is this one here, and then there's the one that's iMovie 9.09. I would prefer if you actually used the 9.09 one, because in my opinion it's a lot easier to use than the newest updated version. If you know how to use the newer version, by all means go for it. I'm not going to tell you not to, but I personally have more knowledge in how to use the 9.09, so we'll click on that. So it should pop up down at the bottom and start bouncing around to show you that it's loading and starting to open. And when it does load, you'll get a screen that looks like this. It should be blank, but you might find that there are previous people who have a project on your computer, and that's fine. We just want to go and make sure that don't touch any projects that are already there, because it could be that someone else is currently working on one, so I don't want to see anything get deleted. But we'll go up to the top and make sure it says iMovie, because if I click anywhere on the background, it's going to change the program that it's currently opened. So now it says Finder, so I need to click on that, so it says iMovie, go to File, and we want to go down to a new project. It will give you lots of different themes to use, especially there's ones here for different themes for movie trailers. You can use some of these, but I would advise that you probably didn't, because it'll just make your video look a bit funny. Instead, what I would probably do is go to no theme. It just gives you a bit more leeway. And then for the name, I'd like you to type your initials, so it should be the initials of everyone in your group. So mine would be like K and C, and then if I had like other people like Miss McIntyre, would be like that. And then I'd like you to put 2014, the year. So do all of your initials, the people in your group, and the year. Since it's just me, I'm just going to do K and C 2014. You click on Create, and then it will give you a new project. The next thing is I want you to do a new event. So the events are here. And each event, every time you do a project, you should technically make a new event that is your library of video. So we don't want to be using anyone else's stuff. So we'll go to the top, File, New Event, which is just down here, and the same title for that, please, as you gave to your project. So the next thing then is that you want to import your files. So again, make sure it says iMovie at the top, go up to File, you want to go to Import, Movies, and you should have them on a memory stick or a card. Most of the Macs in the room do have SD readers on the side. If it doesn't, do ask me and I can get you, and you only have the SD card, I can get you an adapter to get that in. If possible, you're going to want to go to full original size, original quality of the video, because if you go to large, it might downgrade it. So we'll go to full. It might take a while to upload that way, but it's higher quality, so it's probably better. So then you'll go down to the side here. If you've got a USB, it'll be popped up under devices, so I'll click on mine. Obviously you're going to go to, oops, where yours is. I don't want to import the entire directory, so I didn't do that quite right. Oh, well, I guess I do. It's going to come up with all the videos now for my phone time capsule. There's a lot in there, so I'm surprised it's going to take less than a minute. They must not be very good quality. So as you can see, it will start to load here, and it'll show you how much time you have. I wouldn't gauge it on that, because sometimes it does take longer than it says, but you can kind of guess from this blue line how it's going. So once that's finished uploading, your clips will come down here, and this is your library. So it'll be in your events section over here, and this will just be your library of clips. Anything that you've got in here is what you have available to use, but it doesn't mean you're going to use it all. Anything that you put up here is part of your movie, your video, and I'll show you how we can get them from our library to here as soon as they've all uploaded, but it is very simple. Okay, so just waiting for it to make the thumbnails that are going to be visible at the bottom. Hopefully this isn't too much of a spoiler. Okay, that's not too bad. It didn't upload what I wanted it to because I didn't click the right thing, but that's my fault. So these are some videos I took last year of my forum when we had to do a presentation on China. Some of the people you might recognize, other people you might not. So let's say then that these are my different clips. They're all together here. You can see the thumbnails. What you need to do is any section that you want to use. So let's say I wanted to have this section of the clip to there. So let's say that I wanted to have that, but only that section of that entire clip. I would highlight the bits that I want, and you can listen to see if you push the space bar, it will run.
Its Olympic history outside the host nation.
Right, so if you push the space bar, it will run like natural, so you can figure out what is in that clip. Once you've got it selected, you simply drag it, drop it. It won't usually say this because I'm taking from a video that I've already compiled. It is going to change the frame rate, but usually you won't get this, but I'll click change for now. So now I've got then the bit that I selected.
In its Olympic history outside the host nation.
There we go. So that's the bit that I've selected from my library. I've put it in. Now I'm just going to grab another one. I'll do Ellie. She'll be so pleased that I've done this. Let's see. Hold on, I don't want that. So you can see. Don't want Anna. Just want Ellie. Good. So I know that it's going to be right about there. So I'm going to select that bit. Alright, I'll just click that. Drop that in. So now I've got two separate clips up here. I'm going to leave it like that for now. The next thing that you can kind of edit, obviously I'd have more clips in there to make your music video. You can add text over here with the little T. So you can add different text. Most of you will probably want to be adding something that looks a bit more professional. So you wouldn't want something like that on a music video, but maybe just something like this. So you'd click it, oops, and then drag it so that it's on top. I think I've picked the wrong one again. That's fine. But you would drag it on top, and then you can just edit it in here, and then it will say whatever you type. Oops. It will type it into there. I think I deleted it by accident. Let's try this one again. So this one's much better anyway. Right, so I've typed it in, and it will appear for 1.7 seconds on that clip. You can adjust the length of that by clicking this. If you click up here, you can adjust the length of that, or you can adjust the length of your clips down here as well, but we won't get into that. Right, the other thing is transitions. So this is a lot of you, if you have straight cuts from one shot to the next, it will look like that. So that's a straight cut. But if you had put in that it was supposed to be like a fade to black, you'd find the fade to black here, pop that in the middle, and then it will transition between the two. So there's lots of different ones that you can use. I would suggest, though, not doing the really goofy ones like Mosaic. It just looks a bit ridiculous. Cube can look a bit ridiculous. The only ones you really want to be using is perhaps like dissolves, fades. I know George Lucas really likes his wipes, but I find them a bit cheesy, so you don't want to do anything cheesy. This is a music video that we want to look professional. So you're really only going to have fades, possibly dissolves and blurs, or nothing, so it's a straight cut. But that, again, should be in your storyboard and should be well planned. Right, so that's adding videos, it's adding text and adding transitions. The very last thing that you'll want to know how to do is to add music. So we're going to click this little music box here. And then you'll need to download your song. If you don't have it in MP3 form, just tell me what your song is and I will acquire it for you. But let's imagine that this is the song that I'm going to use. If it was a whole song, you just click on it, drag it in, and if it's really long, now this is only a really small sound effect, it'll go the whole way through, and then you'll just be a matter of filling in the video spaces here to match your whole song to make your music video. But this is just a tiny little one note song. And that's really the basics. So the rest of it, I do kind of want you to mess about and learn all the ways you can use it. There are ways, if you click this little cog in the corner, if you go to video adjustments, there are lots of different effects that you can add. So if I go to clip, you can go to video effect, and there are lots of different effects. So I know that some people were asking me if they could make it look older. So there is the aged film, the grainy film, This will change the lighting. This is a bit cheesy, but it is supposed to turn it from day. If you're filming during the day and you want it to look darker, it's supposed to look like nighttime, but it's a bit rubbish. There is romantic, so it softens it. Dream makes it lighter, etc. So you can use any of these filters to start changing and editing your videos and the way that it looks. So we will add that. And then you can see on the side that it's got those aged bits there, so I've added that bit in. And you can also do things like cropping and rotations. So you can, if you think the shot's too big, crop it down and only have that section in. You can have a thing called Ken Burns, which will zoom, so it's going to start here and zoom out to the wider shot. So if I add that in,
Regulation in its Olympic history outside the
so you can see that it's zooming out there, with the grainy bit there. And you can also reverse clips, again by going to video adjustments, by just clicking the reverse. So that will make it go backwards, which might sound quite funny. Very creepy. If you wanted to get rid of the sound in the background, very simple. All you do is click on the little cog, go to audio adjustments, and you want to ducking, reduce volume of other tracks to basically down to 0, and it will get rid of the sound, or it should get rid of the sound in the background. It didn't that time, but it definitely should. I think it might be because I've already edited this video. So I'm taking clips from a previously edited video, but on your raw video, if you do that, you'll get rid of all the sound in the background. And I think that's it really. So obviously this video will be available on the School Media YouTube account, so you can watch it again and again if you ever need any updates and tutorials, but it should be dead easy. I want you to experiment. I want you to learn how to do it on your own and have fun most of